So this EIGRP stub, the 5 different type of stub that helps us to limit the number of updates, and query and wait in struck inactive. It is good. Stub is good in the hub and spoke topology. So when we know very well C cannot respond with a reply, then why we need to allow B to query C and get into SIA, struck in active state. So it is good to go and configure stub. Let's have a quick revision of this stub and then we'll go into another topic. See, if you take this example here, B has got some connected network 10.1.3.0/24, 10.1.2.0/24 and 10.2.2.2/31. Now if I configure stub connected on router B, only 2.0/24 and 3.0/24 will be advertised. It will not advertise 23. Why? It won't advertise because this network is not available with router 3 as connected, and it won't advertise the /23 because the connected is /24. Yeah, so B will not advertise, and this is what B will advertise. Are you okay with this? Is this example clear for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This 3/24 will be advertised, but 23 will not be advertised because that is not on the connected list. The prefix length matters. Next is stub summary. When you say stub summary, and this is what going to be advertised, /23 will be advertised. Is it not 23? Of course it is 23. No other networks will be advertised. Even the connected network, these are all connected. This won't be advertised. That is stub summary. Please ask me question if you have in this page.
So for stub summary, so it will advertise the summary route.
Only the summary route, not the connected. Connected is 24, but summary is 23. It advertises 23, not 24. Even the 24 is /24 is directly connected. Yep, Shivaram, Joseph. Any question on this page? Right. Next is stub static. If you see, there is a static route, and that static route is redistributed. And when I say stub static, only that static route which is redistributed will be advertised to A. The other directly connected networks will not be. Directly connected or summarized, nothing will be advertised, only the static. And receive only will not advertise any network to A. We have seen these things. Next. Query process, struck in active process. EIGRP query process struck in active. The router has to get all the replies from the neighbors with an outstanding query before the router calculates the successor information. This is what I was telling you. If query is sent on this 3, if a reply comes from the third one, this router 0 will wait for router 1 and router 2 also to respond The router has to get all replies. It has to get reply from 2, 1, from all. After that only it will try to recalculate. It will try to see whether path via router 1 is better than 3 or 2 is better than 1. That is the procedure. But if R2 and R3, if R2 and R1 is not going to reply, only R3 replies. Query was sent to all three, but R2 and R1 is not replying. Only R3 replies. If any neighbor fails to reply to the query within 3 minutes, so R2 and R3 has to reply within 3 minutes. If not, the route is struck inactive, meaning the route that which you have queried is going to SIA, struck inactive, meaning the route given by router 3 will be used only after these two neighbors are removed from the neighbor list. R0 needs to remove R2 and R1, which has received query and not replied, which has received query but not replied, needs to be removed. That's what router resets the neighbor with those neighbors that fail to reply. And then it learns the route, it uses the route given by router 3. Then only it processes the route given by router 3. We call this as struck inactive state. See, this is very bad. Why it is bad? Why it is bad? Those two routers are innocent routers. What wrong they did? They are sending hello packets every 5 seconds. Whenever there is a change, they send the notification. Then why are you resetting it? Why are you discarding the neighbor? And why are you removing the neighbor and re-establishing the? This is going to be unfair, not only for router 2 and router 1, even to the routers behind. When you disconnect this neighbor, earlier there may be some networks advertised from R0 to R2, and R2 might have advertised to these routers. Now they all need to remove from the routing table when the neighbor goes down, and when the neighbor comes up again, all need to learn those network as if they learn for the first time. This is going to be a bandwidth as well as the process consuming disruptive one. So all those who are pinging from here to here, they all will get disconnected till the reconvergence happen. This is very, 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 very bad, unacceptable. To avoid this only, we configure this stub. When you configure stub, this querying and then waiting can be avoided. That is what this says. When you configure struck inactive, when you configure stub, the routers go and inform about their stub status. As a result, query will go only for those networks which B and C can answer. Otherwise it won't go. It won't get into struck inactive state. At last, we have something called goodbye message in EIGRP. Goodbye message. See, this is actually an outdated topic. What is goodbye message? When a successor goes down, when the router itself is going down, or when a successor to a destination goes down, a special message with all the K values all K values will be 255. This will be sent to router A. And router A, when it finds all the K values, it's 255. The router no more considers B as a successor because they have sent with a very bad metric. So it immediately removes that successor and finds the other successor. See the idea. When a router goes down, it sends this message saying, I am dead, no more, believe on me. Then A can immediately decide to go via the other feasible successor, considering it to be a successor. You know, it's important. It is good. Goodbye message is the last message a EIGRP router will send before EIGRP die. You can see this, in the lab very easily will see goodbye received. Goodbye received. Let's see this. So between R1 and R2, we are going to enable EIGRP. I'm on R2. Interface loopback 0 will have 2222. Interface F0/0. And then router EIGRP 10 network 2 network 192.168.0.0 network. No auto summary. Fine. We have configured EIGRP and the IP address. Let us go and start Wireshark between these two. Okay, I already see some EIGRP packets coming from 192.168.0.2. I'm getting an EIGRP packet already coming, and here I want to focus on the K values. Please pay attention, the parameters. You see the K values here. Oh no. And see, the K values are 1 and 1. This is normal EIGRP packet. This is not a goodbye message. If it is goodbye message, this K value will be 255. That I want to show you. Before that, let us first finish configuring R1. Yeah. So let's put router EIGRP 10 network notice. Fine. Now you can see EIGRP update packets are going because the neighbor is formed, acknowledgements are going. And for all this, if you see the parameter field for the hello packets, here it is. K value is 1 and 1. One and 1. Right. You see? Now let's see that goodbye message. What I'm doing is I'm saying no network 192.168.0.0. What will happen? The neighbor will go and this packet. I'm expecting now the last packet, the goodbye message. Wait, let me check whether I received goodbye here. See, goodbye received. Goodbye is already received. I don't know where I... Oh, I say no network here on R1. I should have checked in R1. I was checking in R2. Wait, I'll stop this. I want to see the last packet that was coming from 192.168.0.1. So what I'll do is I'll make a filter. Alright. So the last packet that was coming from 192.168.0.1 should be a goodbye message. And let's go now and see the K values. Look at this. You see? All K values are 255. This is what called as goodbye message. But if you see one packet before that, it will be K value 1 and K3 also 1. But the last message before it was dying, the last breath is 255. That tells the other router that I am dead. Don't come to me anymore. This is the message, goodbye message. Any question on goodbye message or stub?
No, sir.